Thanksgiving. The word alone probably makes you think of golden brown turkey, mashed potatoes, and maybe even that odd cranberry sauce. But have you ever wondered why turkey, of all birds, became the star of the show? Today we're diving deep into the story behind the Thanksgiving turkey, exploring how it became a tradition in American households every November. Welcome to the History of Simple Things, where we delve into the fascinating history behind the little things that shape our world. Let's start with Thanksgiving itself. While the first Thanksgiving between the Pilgrims and the Wampanoag in 1621 gets a lot of attention, Thanksgiving as we know it wasn't established until much later. That initial feast was a harvest celebration, and history suggests they likely enjoyed venison, seafood, and wildfowl, not necessarily turkey. However, over time Thanksgiving became a national tradition, and the foods associated with it began to shift to what we know today. The credit for formalizing Thanksgiving as an American holiday goes to President Abraham Lincoln, who in 1863 declared it a national day of thanksgiving and praise. With this official recognition, families across the country began developing their own Thanksgiving traditions, shaping what foods would make it to the table. And while turkey wasn't always part of the earliest Thanksgiving meals, it was about to become the centerpiece. If turkey wasn't originally on the menu, then what exactly did they eat? Records from the time suggest wildfowl like ducks and geese, along with deer meat provided by the Wampanoag, and plenty of seafood, thanks to the New England coastline. These were the foods readily available to the Pilgrims and the Native Americans in 1621. Turkey was indeed native to North America, but it wasn't yet a staple in that region. By the time Thanksgiving became a national holiday, however, turkeys were far more available and were viewed as a prime choice for a festive meal, as they were bigger, could feed a large group, and were easier to raise compared to some other livestock. Turkeys have a unique advantage over many other animals. They're large enough to feed a whole family, they don't produce milk or eggs, and they don't do much work around the farm. In the 18th and 19th centuries, people realized that turkeys were ideal for a feast because they didn't take away resources needed for daily living. A chicken or cow had ongoing value. A turkey, on the other hand, was more of a luxury meal you could afford to eat once in a while. Plus, as Thanksgiving gained popularity in the 19th century, turkeys became more common on farms and easier to raise in large numbers. With turkeys in greater supply, they became a natural choice for Thanksgiving. And as more people across America began celebrating the holiday, it was only natural for them to embrace the same meal ideas. This shared experience contributed to turkey becoming the centerpiece of Thanksgiving. One person who significantly influenced Thanksgiving traditions was Josepha Hale, a writer, editor, and champion of Thanksgiving as a national holiday. Known as the Mother of Thanksgiving, Hale campaigned for years to make Thanksgiving an official holiday, and her writing widely influenced what we associate with the holiday today. In her magazine, Godey's Lady's Book, Hale shared recipes and ideas for what a traditional Thanksgiving meal should look like, and turkey was prominently featured. Her recipes and descriptions caught on with families who wanted to embrace the holiday spirit. And soon turkey, along with dishes like stuffing, cranberry sauce, and pumpkin pie, became associated with Thanksgiving meals. The Thanksgiving turkey tradition was further reinforced by popular culture, especially literature and art. Norman Rockwell's iconic 1943 painting, Freedom from Want, portrays a family gathered around a Thanksgiving table, with a golden turkey as the centerpiece. This painting captured the essence of the Thanksgiving meal and embedded it into American consciousness as the ideal holiday spread. Not to mention, in the 20th century, the classic Thanksgiving meal started making appearances in radio, television, and movies. It's hard to watch a Thanksgiving episode of a show or a holiday movie without seeing a roasted turkey being carved at the family table. This representation helps solidify the turkey as the unofficial mascot of Thanksgiving feasts across the country. By the time Thanksgiving traditions were firmly established in the 20th century, turkey had already earned its place as the main event. It wasn't just a practical choice for feeding a crowd. It also came to represent the harvest, abundance, and unity that Thanksgiving was meant to symbolize. Turkeys were considered a proud North American bird, and their use in a Thanksgiving feast came to represent a celebration of homegrown American values and abundance. But beyond the symbolism, there's a unique camaraderie that comes with preparing a turkey. From roasting it to carving it, the turkey has become more than just food. It's an experience, a culinary centerpiece that brings families together and marks the holiday as special. Today, the turkey isn't just any turkey. Thanks to decades of breeding, the birds we eat on Thanksgiving are much larger than their wild ancestors, making them ideal for feeding a crowd. According to the National Turkey Federation, around 46 million turkeys are consumed on Thanksgiving each year in the U.S. That's about 1/5 of all the turkeys Americans eat annually. And over the years, turkey recipes have evolved. Today we have deep-fried turkeys, smoked turkeys, stuffed turkeys, and even turkeys cooked with unusual spices and marinades. While the preparations might vary, the turkey remains at the center of the Thanksgiving meal. Not everyone celebrates with turkey, though. Many families have adapted their Thanksgiving meals to include other meats, vegetarian or vegan options, and international flavors. Still, the turkey remains iconic, and it's almost impossible to imagine a Thanksgiving without it. Even for those who skip the turkey, the symbolism of the bird endures, representing the connection to a long-standing tradition. For some, alternatives are more about practicality or preference, while for others, it's a way to express their own cultural identity within the Thanksgiving framework. Yet, in most American households, whether it's traditional roast turkey or something entirely different, the essence of Thanksgiving shines through. A time for togetherness, gratitude, and of course, good food. So there you have it, the story of how turkey became the ultimate Thanksgiving symbol in the U.S. From practical farmyard choice to a cultural icon, turkey has traveled a long journey to the center of the Thanksgiving table. And as you enjoy your next Thanksgiving feast, whether with turkey or without, you'll have a deeper understanding of why this bird means so much on this holiday. As you cut into that perfectly roasted slice or pass the mashed potatoes, remember, Thanksgiving is ultimately about celebrating the harvest, giving thanks, and enjoying time with loved ones. And if you're lucky, maybe some turkey too. Thank you for watching. If you have suggestions for our next video, feel free to share them in the comments below. We'll be sure to give you an acknowledgement for your contribution. Happy Thanksgiving! Thank you for joining us on this journey through the history of simple things. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more stories woven through the smallest details.